In this tutorial, we will introduce the Maestro controller. Maestro provides a complete HD and SD solution for content playout, in a single package. Here we will skip some authoring steps, and concentrate on how our scene can be controlled, from the Maestro controller. 3 Designer scene editing can be seen in previous tutorials. In order to use Maestro controller, to control our scenes in real time, we need to use the Maestro page editor, to create a data entry page. In Page Editor, click New. This opens the scene browser. Here you can see all the projects and scenes that you created in 3 Designer. Let's select our tutorial scene, and click OK. Click Set Background. This takes the current view in the preview window, and sets it as the background for our page. Each of the exported data elements from the 3 Designer scene are listed in the Exports window. Click and drag the export name onto the page, in order to include this element in the page. Select the appropriate option from the pop-up menu. In this case, I selected a combo box, to add a list of items from which to choose and display. Now let's click and drag the texture export to the page. Select the combo box option here, too. Let's assign database queries to the input boxes, so that information can be taken directly from the Excel database. Click the Database button. Select the query, and drag it to the texture input box. The query options open. Let's select the picture path column, and assign it to this export. Click OK to assign it. Now, let's select the query, and drag it to the text input box, the same way. Select the President's Names column, from the database window. Click OK, and close the Data Sources window. Now let's assign our animation sequence to the page. Click the Add Animation Play button. And then click on the timeline, to add our rotation animation to the page. We also need to add a Data Update event. This event controls when the data in our exports is updated. Click the Data Update button, then click on the timeline to add the event. So let's sum up what we have done so far. We created a page which will control our scene, and connected our exports to an Excel database, to create the same scene that was shown in the 3D Play tutorial. Now we will save our page. Let's call it Page 1. Click OK to save. The page is stored in Maestro's database, and is represented by a thumbnail image, in the browser. Now we will move to the Maestro controller. Click Home Directory, in order to see the root folder and our new page. I'm dragging the page to the rundown I created before. And click Load All, to load our page to the preview window. Click Yes, to load. As you can see, the preview window is ready and loaded. Click Q. This rewinds the animation, and cues the current item to all assigned program channels. Note that, usually we broadcast using 1 or more HDVGs. In this tutorial, we demonstrate scene control, in the preview window. Now, click Preview, to play the current page on the preview channel. Let's select another president from the list. We need to save the changes, in order to play our updated page, in the preview channel. As you can see, by using items in the rundown, we can easily control and update scenes we created in 3 Designer. This concludes the Maestro introductory tutorial.